Just 2 years ago, before I became jacked, I was constantly grinding in the gym. I was eating the right diet. I was lifting the weights, but I still somehow didn't have results. I know a lot of you are in the same spot as I was. It seems like you're doing everything right, but your body still looks the same. Well, in this video, I'm going to show you how to go from this to this. All you have to do is just follow my protocol, copy exactly what I did, and you'll be guaranteed results within 2 weeks. If you don't follow this protocol, you're going to stay exactly where you are. Your physique will not attract girls, and everyone around you is going to level up. Phase one, the mistakes that you are doing. The first mistake that I guarantee that you're doing is not eating enough. If you're skinny and you want to put on real size, then you have to eat more. You could be doing everything right, the diet, the exercise, the sleep. If you're not eating enough, if you're not in a calorie surplus, then you're going to be putting on weight 10 times slower. Okay, this is a big mistake that I did, and it just wasted months of my life. Like, if I ate the correct amount of food, I would have been like way bigger right now. There's a catch. You can't dirty bulk, okay? I don't care how slow, how fast your metabolism is, you cannot dirty bulk because that's gonna lower your health. And when your health is lower, then obviously you can't make muscle as fast as you could if you were healthy. The second mistake that you're probably doing is your form is shit and you're not going to failure. I remember those days when I used to do bench press like this, like my elbows were all the way tucked in. And I didn't know that that was just hitting my triceps and my upper delts. You might think that your form is good on every single exercise, but I guarantee there's a couple of exercises that are holding you back where your form is not good enough. So if you're unsure how to do an exercise, just go on YouTube very quickly. Just look up how to do the bench press, how to do the leg press. Usually the first video that pops up is gonna be the correct form. What I'm about to say is way more important than the form, and that is going to failure, real failure, okay? I know there's a lot of pussies out there that are watching this and they're not going to failure. Like, they're training like a woman. Not that women can't train, but I'm just saying they're training very weak. They're not training to their fullest potential. What real failure looks like is when you physically can't move up the weight anymore. Not emotionally, not with your brain, but with your muscles, where your muscles are completely drained. That means that you have to be pushing as hard as you can. And if the weight just stays there, then you've hit failure. If you're doing like an X amount of reps, then you're not going to failure because then you predetermine the number of reps that you're going to do. You have to say, I'm going to do roughly 8 reps. I'm going to do 5 to 10 reps instead of saying, oh, I'm going to do exactly 9 reps, because then you predetermine how many reps you're going to make. And when you hit that number, you're going to put the weight back, which is not what we're trying to do. And by the way, going to failure is supposed to hurt. If it doesn't hurt, then you're not doing as much as you could be, and your gains will be sacrificed. Click the first link in the description if you want to see more results and if you want more advice from me. Phase two, what actually works? If you're a tall and skinny guy and you have long arms and you're still doing push-pull legs, then just do yourself a favor and switch to the Arnold split. The Arnold split is chest and back on the first day, arms and shoulders on the second day, and legs on the third day. The Arnold split is very effective for building your chest and your back and your legs, but it's especially effective for building up your shoulders and your arms. And the reason for that is because the arms and the shoulders are in a separate day from the chest and your back. I remember when I used to do the push-pull leg split, I would hit back, and when it came time to hit the biceps, I was just too tired and my biceps were already exhausted from hitting the back. Same for chest. When I hit chest, like my triceps would be already tired by the time it came to actually hit the triceps. But on the Arnold split, you have a separate day to focus specifically on your arms and your shoulders. And your arms and your shoulders are the most visible part of your physique. They're gonna give you that V-taper, and it's the first thing that people see. Like, people don't go from the back and look at your back to see how jacked you are. Just look at your forearms, your biceps, your triceps, and your shoulders. Also, you wanna focus on the hierarchy of muscles that actually give you the V-taper and that are actually attractive to women. And those muscles are the neck, the upper traps, the upper chest, the arms, especially the triceps, your lateral delts, and your lats, and your abs. So those muscles are the most attractive muscles. I'm not saying to disregard every other muscle and just focus on those muscles, but Those muscles make you look more attractive and more masculine, and they give you that V-taper. Eating the same meals every day might seem like a bad idea, it might seem unhealthy, but I actually think it's the exact opposite. I think eating the same meals guarantees that you don't have any room to slip up in the healthiness of your diet and the amount of food and the amount of calories you consume. If your meals are the same and consistent, then your calories will be the same and consistent. Does that make sense? If you eat the same meals every single day, it just simplifies your life, and that simplicity is going to promote consistency. So, for example, in the morning, you might eat like a couple of eggs, like a piece of toast, or some avocados. Like, that's what I like to do. Like, toast up some bread, or preferably sourdough, put some avocado, some guacamole, and put like a sunny side up egg on top of that, and that's very tasty and also nutritious. For lunch, you might eat like chicken thighs and some rice, and for dinner, you might eat like a steak or some potatoes, or I don't know, whatever you want to eat. Make sure it's healthy and make sure it puts you in a calorie surplus if you're bulking and a calorie deficit if you're cutting. And finally, getting 8 to 10 hours of sleep is crucial. Okay, there's no workaround around this. There's no amount of caffeine can fix the amount of good night's sleep can do to your physique. You already know how important this is and how crucial it is, so we're just gonna move on. And the final tip is weighing yourself and using MyFitnessPal. So every single morning from now on, what I want you to do is go take a piss, go take a shit, and early in the morning, before you've eaten anything and you drink anything, weigh yourself with a correct scale. I don't want no old scales from the 1980s. Okay, it has to be a new one. That's what my grandma has. She has an old scale that's always wrong, it's always off. It's from like the 1960s, from World War II. And what this is going to do for you, it's going to guarantee that you're losing and you're gaining the right amount of weight. So if you're bulking, you want to be gaining 2 to 4 pounds a month, and if you're cutting, you want to be losing that amount of weight. And what you're going to do with that weight is download MyFitnessPal, and there's a category, there's like a little feature that MyFitnessPal has where you can record your weight, and after like some time of you recording your weight, it's going to give you like a graph, and it should go up if you're bulking and it should go down if you're cutting. But after like a month, if you stay the same weight for a month, that means that you need to change up your calorie intake. The worst feeling in the gym is not seeing any progress, and that's what I went through, and I don't want that for you. So that's why I want you to follow these steps in the video, especially the last one. If you follow the last one, then you can guarantee that you're seeing results. Honestly, not just the last one. Every single tip that I've given in this video is legit. It's science proven, it's science backed, and it's not bullshit. It's not magic, but if you stay consistent, you will see results. Make sure to drop a like, drop a sub, drop a comment if you want, and see you in the next one.